Hey people, what's going on? It's Jamil, and I just want to congratulate people to keep the ball rolling. My last name is Rawls, so instead of saying rolling, I say rolling. And you know what? The best thing about the program is the genie effect. What you put out comes back, like I said. Now, they've been throwing a lot of females at me, and I love that. I'm a rich woman's freedom and a poor woman's fire and motivation. You know what I'm talking about? And so we're just out here just laying it down no matter what. And you don't have to be getting gang stock to enjoy this program. You can still get mentoring. You can get mentoring from me, Jamil Rawls. We're going international, United Nations. I promise you. Nobel Peace Prize. I promise you. And right now we're just laying down the foundation worldwide. We're trying to contact as many target individuals out there and let them know they're targeted for success. This program can only make you better. Getting back to the genie effect, that's the first thing I want you to master. What you put out to the program, they're going to push back to you. So it all depends on who you are, what you do, what you like, what you don't like, what your fears are. It's going to be everything. And when they push it back to you, that's when it's showtime. That's when it's time for you to redefine what the stuff means to your life. You have to redefine the grind. And it's been very interesting for me. I've been able to take basically everything in my life and turn it around to be successful 110% no matter what. And like I say, you know what I'm saying? Don't be a player hater, be a congratulator. We're at that last level of the Players Club where all we do is just look at fat ass all day, nice ass or whatever, no matter the size. We just sit there and look all day long. And the females that they use, it made me step up. And I feel like a man amongst many women because I always think when the program uses ladies to come towards me and show their body and stuff, I always think when they put their panties on in the morning, who do they think of? When they put their pants on, their shorts on, who are they thinking of? And so that's given me the confidence and the courage and the motivation to just keep stepping up no matter what. And so all that ass I look at motivates me to become even more successful. And so that's why I want to let people know. And it's been due to the most powerful people in the world that I'm able to achieve these levels of success. Now I got other people contacting me, people with PhDs, people in the corporate world, people who are saying, "Listen, I'm being targeted and I don't know what to do." Let me give you a secret. Jamil's secret formula to success. Remember that fight, Thrilla in Manila, against Foreman and Frazier, where basically Ali was saying, not Foreman, Joe Frazier and Muhammad Ali, and Muhammad Ali was saying basically that Joe Frazier was like he was a house Negro. He worked for the establishment, and he was the enemy and stuff like that. And so basically that fight was one of the most heated fights I've ever seen. Way more intense than the Rumble in the Jungle between Ali and Foreman. In this fight, they were basically trying to kill each other, and they would come up with all sorts of stuff. And I saw Ali use the little gorilla, how he would talk to the little gorilla and say, "That's Foreman." I came up, in my mind, when I saw Ali doing that, I came up with something, and I met Muhammad Ali when I was younger. I live in Norton Shores, Michigan, but I met him in an area called Muskegon Heights, Michigan, by this park. There's a clock tower on Broadway Street, and I went up to him to shake his hand, and he gave me a hug. Now, I was about 6, 7 at that time. And it wasn't until I was ready to beat the program that he came back into my mind. I took a trip to Phoenix. I was listening to him for like 2 weeks. And then I came back, started putting him in my videos. Then he died. I was like, wow, man, that's too surreal. And so I keep using them, But anyway, like Ali used the little gorilla, the Rumble in the Jungle. I mean the Thrill in Manila. I use this. I use this little brain. And I use it. And I use it, and just, I just keep using it, man. And it's what I want. I want that level of success, everything I want. I just look at it. And sometimes I'll be talking to it, and I'll think of what I want. I'll think, when I go outside today, what is it that I want? And I'll go outside, and I'll look at it, and I'll do it. And usually it's attractive females. A lot of females I live around are pretty, and the program uses them. And so I go out, and I do that, and the program reflects it back to me. And it's pretty cool. That's the genie effect. And it can be used for almost anything. Then, after the genie effect, what you want to work on is you want to get familiar with the people that are gang stalking you. You want to start waving at people. And this is going to be difficult. Because for me, for the last 5 years, I was pretty much like, just inside the house all the time. I really didn't go anywhere. And so I really didn't talk to anybody. All I talked about was conspiracies. And then, as soon as I went out, I just started interacting with people and talking to people and letting them know who I was, all the stores I went to. Let people know you're the star of the program. Let them get familiar with you. This is going to help you a lot. It's going to push you to success no matter what. And when you're being gang stalked, You can't afford to miss out on 1 second. Every second is opportunity. Staying inside your house all the time and being afraid isn't going to get it. You got to be out there 24/7, moving, getting active. And so that's what we're out here doing now, getting active. So I want you to work on those two things. The genie effect. Get something that reminds you of the program. For me, it's his brain. And, I just think of this as the brain of the program. For somebody else, it could be something else. But, and then get used to talking to the gang stalkers, interacting with them. Just keep approaching them over and over and over again. Just keep approaching them. And that's the strategy I want you to work on. And then contact me, $50 a week. I will help you grind through it no matter what. You can call me 24/7. If you can afford it, you can pay for me to come to you, or you can come to me, and we're just going to lay this down worldwide. All right. Hey people, what's going on? It's Jamil, and I just want to express an intention for me to connect with you today, and so you can be like, you know what, I'm going to beat the program no matter what, the gang stalking program. Even if you're not in the gang stalking program, you will still get helped at whatever issue in life you're going through. But for $50 a week, I'm going to help you grind through the program, and whatever else you have. You have issues with marital issues or drug issues or whatever you're going through. I'm going to listen to you, and we're going to come up with some formulas for you. Now here, this is a little plastic brain. And I like to use this for what I call the genie effect. When you're being gang stalked, they like to find things that agitate you and put fear into your life, and they project them back to you. And so what I do is I use this, and I'll just sit here and hold it. Sometimes I'll talk to it, and I'll figure out, what do I want to do today? I like the girls, and so I'll say, you know what, I'm gonna find a girl, that in my area. I'm gonna find a girl, whatever. I'm just gonna stare at that ass and watch the program keep reflecting it back to me. And I do it over and over again. It's called the genie effect, and I've graduated to the highest level. I beat the program, but I still don't want to beat the program. I want to remain at the Players Club, because I think to myself, when she wakes up in the morning and she puts those panties on, who is she thinking of? when she puts those pants on, is she gonna put them? Is she gonna make sure she puts on an extra tight pair of pants just because she knows no matter what, she's going to put on an extra tight pair of pants because she knows Jamil Rawls is looking. And so that's where we're at. And I just want to encourage people to keep going. Just keep going with it no matter what. And you know what? Gang stalking is so cool. I mean, I've gone through such tough stuff with the program. Like I said, I use an analogy. Well, it's not an analogy. This is what really happened. I used to walk down the street at 3 a.m. And sometimes there'd be no sidewalks in some of the areas I walked. And they would have a car come like it was going to hit me. And it would get real close, and I'd just keep walking. And then pretty soon, they kept doing it so much, I would even, when they turned away, I would move like I was going towards them. Then I started talking to them. I started yelling at the car. Not threatening them, but just talking to them. And it got really cool. And, that's what we're doing now. And we go above and beyond. We talk to the people at the stores. We let store owners know who we are. We wave at people. We go anywhere. The program... Actually, I think the program has encouraged me to go to other places because I go to new areas where there's nobody there, and I just immediately shut down shop and open up my own shop. Tell everybody who I am, yada, yada. Even if they're still working for the program, it don't matter. I know that was an opportunity for me to put some extra dollars in somebody's hands, and oftentimes they're grateful. They're like, man, I got some money just to watch this guy, and this guy is teaching me how to be successful. See what I'm saying? And so that's how we're doing it no matter what. And another thing about the program is this. Don't ever think that you're not supported in what you want to do. A lot of people talk so much about how much power the gang stalkers have, and I embrace the gang stalkers. I don't try to take any power from anybody. They have all the power. They're powerful just like anybody else. But I'm going to be successful in my life for who I am, and it's God over everything, a higher spiritual force. I'm not Jewish. I'm not Muslim. I'm not Christian. I'm not anything else. I just believe in a higher force in the universe, and it's God over everything. And, I talk to the Spirit daily, and I ask the Spirit, to protect other people that are going through gang stalking. And right now we're just laying down that international foundation, helping people. And it's just so intense. It's so intense. And for $50 a week, I'm going to hook you up, man. I'm going to sit there and talk to you on the phone no matter what you're going through. I remember, I used to look out my window and see the cars on the corner and think, oh, man, I'm going to die. I got into it with the most powerful people in the world, some of the secret societies. These people put the president in the White House. One of the secret societies that still monitors me heavily actually put more than one president in the White House. Another one, it just phenomenal, man. These people just have an intense influence. A lot of these people greatly powerful people, man, run the motion picture industry. And it got into a situation where I got set up in Hollywood, California, life death thing. I beat that. Then I kept running my mouth, got put in the gang stalking program. Eventually I beat that, but I didn't know I was being gang stalked. I thought this was another attempt on my life. So I was hiding inside my mother's house for a month. I had to beg my mother to take the trash out. Because I'm thinking, Jesus, these people are going to, I'm going to go outside and somebody's going to, run up to me and blast me with a shotgun real quick or something. Right? And so I'm out there and I'm worried about it. And then I said, you know what? If I'm going to die, I'm going to die. I went out there and nothing happened. Now I beat my fear. I have no fear of death. And that helped me subconsciously with a lot of different stuff. And we just been grinding it out no matter what. We just keep the ball rolling. And, when I talk on my phone, like sometimes I'll talk to a lot of different girls on the phone. And I can hear their, like, I'll be talking to the phone. And the phone will be set up in a way to it echoes back. So whatever I say, it'll echo. And the gang stalking program does this on purpose because they think it's going to irritate me. It actually made me spit better game to females. I'm like, because I could hear myself. It got pretty cool. Like, it felt special effects. And, like, I'm like, man, this is so intense. I'm a rich woman's freedom and a poor woman's fire and motivation. That's the level we're at in the Players Club now. And so we just keep going no matter what. And for $50 a week, that's real. For the support you're going to get, that's nothing. I talk to people all over. People who are very successful with PhDs. People who, everybody's successful, but you know what I mean. People who are up there in the world. People who are near homeless. I talk to those types of people. And I got so many people coming in with emails and phone calls. I need to set up a program for people so I'm bound by obligation. Because it gets easy to talk to one person for a while and then get bored or whatever, and they keep calling. I got to set up a program where I can be their hands-on, giving people steps and information and helping them grind through it every step of the way. And so just put that, put that $50 down and we'll get the ball rolling.